After downloading the Classroom app for iOS, click on it to launch and open. The first time you'll need to sign in. After that, you can click on the icon in the top right corner to switch accounts or even to add another account to the device that you're using. The Classes screen shows you all of the different class cards for the classes that you're enrolled in. That includes the title, the section, and the teacher. And if there's an upcoming assignment due, you can see it underneath the class card. Click to open and go straight into that assignment. We're going to go back, which takes us to the class itself. Google Classroom on iPad has 3 tabs at the bottom of the screen. Stream is where you'll find announcements from your teacher. Classwork is where you're going to find assignments and materials your teacher has posted. And People will allow you to see your peers and also email teachers or classmates. Let's click on the 3 lines in the top left corner and switch to a different class. You'll see that the same tabs appear. Also under those 3 lines, you'll find To Do. The To Do widget allows you to see all assignments across all different classes. You can see when they're due. You can also navigate across the top between items that have been assigned, that are missing, which means they're past due, and items that have already been completed. For these items, I can also see my grade. Click on any assignment to access it for more details. For now, let's use those 3 lines in the top left corner to go back into our 4th grade classroom. When we enter, we're on the stream. You can scroll through to see the different announcements and potentially assignments, depending on the teacher's settings. When you see the teacher's profile and name, it's an announcement. Other icons indicate assignments and materials. Either way, if you see Add Class Comment, that means your teacher's settings have allowed for you to click and add comments to that post, which can be seen by every person in the class. Keep in mind that class comments are not private. They can be seen by all of your classmates. Now, let's go back to the stream. I'm going to scroll all the way up to the top. At the top of your stream, you may see a box to share something with your class. Again, that depends on your teacher's settings. If you see that option, that means that you can type in a message to your class, and you also can click to add an attachment. Attachments can be added from a number of places. When you're ready, you click Post, and then that announcement goes to the entire class. Overall, the different options that you see on Stream depend on your teacher's settings. Let's jump into Classwork, where you can scroll through and find all of your assignments and materials posted by your teacher. Classwork is organized into topics. Topics might be organized by date or by unit, depending on your teacher's choice. Use the filter option to narrow down your view to only one topic at a time. This can make classwork a little less overwhelming. Clicking the back button will take you back to all topics. The blue and gray icons indicate what each item is. Materials for students to view look like a book. Assignments that need to be completed look like a clipboard. And a question is indicated by a question mark. Click on an assignment or question to open it. Let's look at a question. At the top of the screen, you'll see the due date and question or assignment title and number of points. Below that is where you could add class comments, just like we could from the stream. And then you'll see your directions. When ready, click and type to enter your answer, and then click Turn In when you're done in order to submit. Once you've submitted, you can click to see your classmates' answers and even have the ability to click in and reply to them. You can also see where others have replied to you. This is one way that teachers use Classroom to have online discussions. Let's go back and take a look at this Understanding Myths assignment. We see all the same items at the top that we did with our question, but now we see some attachments. These are items that are view only for students. At the top we have a video that students are to watch, and then also a slideshow that students need to go through and read. Back on the assignment, at the bottom of the screen under Your Work, there's an arrow pointing up. And when you click on that, you're able to see more information. At the top, we see any files that teachers have set to make a copy for each student so it belongs to them to work on, a place for students to attach their own files, and the Turn In button. Below that, we see where students can attach private comments. Private comments are only for the teacher to see. Unlike class comments, these are private between the student and the teacher and are a great place to ask questions. For now, let's close this section and use the back button to go back to classwork. Now, let's click to take a look at this multiplication practice assignment. We'll click on the arrow toward the bottom of the screen to see the files that students have their own copy of, and then let's click this time on the file itself. On an iPad, the file opens in a view-only version, which can sometimes be confusing. Let's talk about two different options. First, in the top right corner, let's click in the box with an arrow on the far right. This will open the file in its native application, which means you'll also need to download that app. Students can then use the application to edit and make changes to the assignment, as directed by their teacher. Note that the applications on an iPad are slightly different than on the computer. Click the check mark when done, and then return to Classroom. When I once again click to enter into this file, you'll notice that even on the view-only version, my changes are there. Students can continue to open the assignment in slides and update it until ready to turn in. The second option for editing an assignment is to use the pencil in the top right corner. When you click on that pencil, you'll notice that you have annotation tools at the bottom of the screen. These include different colors of pens, highlighters, markers, text boxes, and an eraser tool. Students can use their fingers to zoom in and then write on the screen, and also to move around on the screen to different areas. This helps to ensure that items fit in the appropriate locations. Other tools are also helpful, including the eraser, the highlighter for marking up or annotating, and the ability to type if students prefer to add text boxes and then type onto the screen. To save your work, click the Save button in the top right-hand corner of the screen. In the middle of the screen, we see Edited and the title. This is because a separate document has now been created. When we go back to the assignment, we now see the slides and a PDF. Both files can continue to be edited, but they are now separate. To remove a file from the assignment, click the X next to the file. Students also have the ability to add attachments to assignments. There are several options for where files can be added from. The first option is your Google Drive. Any file that you've created from your Google Drive can be added to an assignment. You can also add a link. So if you create something on a separate site, you can add the link to what you've created. Files on the iPad can also be added to an assignment. In addition, you can pick a photo that you've already taken. This is a great option if there's a screenshot that you would like to add and attach to an assignment. The Use Camera tool allows you to take a picture or a video of any work that you've done. The camera will flip both ways. The video option allows you to record up to 10 minutes. Consider recording yourself with an explanation of your work, or take a picture of any work that you have completed. This could be on paper, in a journal, on a worksheet, with manipulatives, or anything else. Take the picture and attach it to your assignment. Once a photo has been attached, it can be opened and then manipulated, just like we annotated over top of a Google file type. This means that you can use the annotation tools to explain your thinking or annotate on top of anything that you've taken a picture of. In addition to creating photos from inside of an assignment, you also have the option to create a new Google Doc, slide, spreadsheet, or even create a PDF. When your files are ready, simply click Turn In. If after turning in an assignment, you realize that you still have work that needed to be completed, you can go back into the assignment and click Unsubmit. Continue working, complete the assignment, and then resubmit it. To see feedback on work, let's go back to classwork and then click in the top right-hand corner on the clipboard icon. This shows me all assignments for this class. Here, I can see any comments and attachments that have been made on an assignment. And on the right-hand side, I can see if the assignment has been turned in, is missing, or has been returned. The filter tool in the top right-hand corner allows me to narrow in my view to see just one of these groupings of assignments. To see just items that are past due, I can choose Missing. Or if I choose the filter option and select Assigned, I'll see both items that are missing, past due, and items that are due soon. If I choose to select the Returned option, then I'm going to see work that has already been returned by my teacher. I can see my grade and the number of comments. If I click on the assignment, it opens in the full view. Using the arrow at the bottom, I can open my work and see the private comments from my teacher. Based on her comment, I'm going to work on this assignment and resubmit. Let's make sure we're going to receive notifications when teachers have returned work. From the classes screen or any class, click on the 3 lines in the top left and choose Settings. From the Settings screen, select Notifications. Once in the Notifications menu, you're able to enable device notifications, which allows you to receive push notifications instead of just email. You can turn on and off notifications for each individual class. In addition, you can determine which items you receive notifications about. Comments, work being returned, etc. It's completely up to you.